In day 3, we're going to work with word problems with variables on both sides. So let's read example 1. Sal's Video Store charges $8 to rent a video game for 5 days. You must be a member to rent from the store, but the membership is free. Jimmy's Video Club charges only $3 to rent a game for 5 days, but membership in the club is $50 per year. Find the number of rentals for which the two plans would cost the same amount. Our first task is to set up a variable and decide what it represents. So if we take a look at the last part, it says find the number of rentals for which the two plans cost the same. So we are looking for the number of rentals. So let's use R. We're going to say R equals the number of rentals. In part B, it's asking us to set up an equation to represent the situation. So let's think about it. We are talking about Sal's Video Club. So we'll talk about Sal on the left, and we want them to equal the same amount. And let's do Jimmy on the right. So let's think about how much it costs for Sal's Video Store. It says Sal's Video Store charges $8 to rent a video game for 5 days. You must be a member to rent from the store, but the membership is free. So the only thing that you have to do is sign up for that membership, and then you just pay $8 for every game. So we can write that as 8 times R. Now if we take a look at Jimmy's Video Club charges only $3 to rent a game, but the membership is $50 a year. So we have to pay that $50 first, and then it's $3 for every rental. In part C, we're going to go ahead and solve that equation. Remember, we're never going to touch anything from part B, so let's rewrite that equation. We have 8R equal to 50 plus 3R. And we're going to go ahead and solve this equation. So if we do that, notice we have R's on the right and we have an R on the left. Now notice this R is all by itself. There's nothing being added or subtracted to it. This R, however, has some other numbers with it. So you're better off getting this R and moving it over to this side. You could move this one over here, but it's going to be a little bit easier to choose this one. So I'm going to subtract 3R from the right, and I'm going to subtract 3R from the left. When I do that on the left-hand side, I get 5R. And on the right-hand side, my 3R's will cancel, and I'm left with 50. Then I need to divide both sides by 5. And I get my answer that R is equal to 10. So if I write my answer with the correct units, remembering that I'm looking for the number of rentals, my answer here would be 10 rentals. Now what I'd like you to do is take a look at the try this. Read through it and go through the A, B, C, just like we did above, and see if you can do it. So go ahead and pause it and unpause it when you're ready to check your answer. If you did the try this correctly, you should have letter A with your variable to be D, or whatever letter you chose, equal to the number of days. Your part B, where you're coming up with your equation, should be 15D equal to 2D plus 125. This one was the non-members. This one was members. And then if you solve the equation correctly, your answer should have come out to be D equals 9.615, and that goes on and on. So if we want to know what it means to justify, that means we'd want to go a little bit over, so our answer here should be 10 days. If you did not get 10 days, please raise your hand and I'll come around and help.